Good evening, everyone. To one, if by land, two, if by sea. My co-host tonight is Sherry of Sherry Awesome Sunsets.
Hi,
Um,
Keith.
Hi,
Thank you so
and
much for having me on.
yeah, Bill couldn't make it. It would have been me and him co-hosting, and you would have been the guest, but making you a substitute co-host.
Yeah, yeah, they are traveling back from Key West.
Yeah. My stepbrother lives down in Florida in the West Palm Beach area.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful.
Yeah, I got to stay down there one time with him, and it was like the end of February or early part of March. I got to swim in the Atlantic Ocean, and some
Nice.
people would think that it would be cold around this time of the year to be swimming in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
But not down around Florida, depending on how warm it is.
hmm Yeah. It's always nice in Southern Florida.
Now we're going to talk about cruises. You want to start with the Disney cruises first?
Oh my goodness. I've been wanting to go on a Disney cruise. We were actually booked on a Disney cruise with me and my son-in-law. I mean, my son and my daughter-in-law and my grandbabies, my husband. We were all going to go. But then some things came up and my daughter-in-law was like, the girls were still kind of little. And so she was like, let's just do the parks instead. So we just did the parks instead. And someday my dream is to go like to the parks for, let's say, 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and then go on a Disney cruise for like a 3 day or 4 day or something like that. So someday.
Yeah. Um, what which cruises have you been on?
I have been on mostly Carnival. We went on, I think, 4 Carnival, and then we did the last one we did was Royal Caribbean. We did the Oasis of the Seas. Oh my goodness, Keith, it was breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the shows alone will just blow you away. I
Yeah.
mean, and they have the diving show.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
And some people don't know about cabin sizes on those ships. The least expensive ones are going to be small, and
They're not too bad. There's Bucks Outdoors. That's my husband.
hey, Buck.
And there's Disney Up Boiler Up.
Hey, Disney up, baller up. Let me bring something up.
Oh, we got something to show you. Look at this. Wow. That is so beautiful.
The Elder Wand,
Look at
also
that.
known as Dumbledore's wand.
Wow.
Fine
So
details.
very detailed. Yes.
Um,
That's beautiful, Keith.
yeah.
Disney Boiler Up says, I'd have a window because I'm claustrophobic. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I don't know that I could do an interior cabin, but I really wouldn't want to anyway because uh, we did one ocean view, I think, and then the rest was on balcony. Yeah, we really, really like the balcony.
There,
Uh, one great thing about it is my hubby can go out there and chill out on the balcony while I'm getting ready, and stuff like that. And it's great in the evening and in the mornings. And you know what else we did?
Let's welcome in my cousin Charlene Peters. Hi,
Hi,
Charlene.
Charlene.
I'm going with her in 2022 to celebrate my 60th birthday in Orlando at Walt Disney World and then at Universal.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. But as far as the balconies go on the Oasis of the Seas, it was really unique. It was the best cabin that we've had yet. But their balconies have like a sliding glass door where you can slide it open and it'll stay open. Like with Carnival, you had this like really heavy door that you really couldn't prop open. But we were able to leave that balcony door open and just let the sea breeze come in, and it was just fantastic. It's great. There's Jeffrey Resendez.
Hey, Jeffrey Resendez, welcome in. Remember to click the like button, and if you're new here, click on the subscribe and click on the bell for all notifications.
And share it out. Tell a friend or two. Say, come over here. We're having fun.
And then Disney Up Boiler Up says, personally, I have no desire to be stuck out on the ocean in a confined space with hundreds of people I don't know, with no way to shore. The ocean is pretty, but I've never been a big fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the like sunrises and sunsets on a ship. I mean, you've never seen more beautiful sunrises and sunsets than on a ship. And even just like through the day, just watching the water go by is absolutely gorgeous. And the fresh air is just so fresh and clean. And that's why it was so special for us to be able to have that balcony door open. It was so refreshing and relaxing. And so it's definitely worth it.
Hey, Mike Wheeler and Captain Akron.
Hi, Captain Akron. Hi, Mike Wheeler. Oh, I forgot to introduce my cat. Y'all see her tail. So this is Ashy Poo. Say hi. Say hi. She always has to get in the picture.
Yeah. The only closest thing to a cruise I ever been to is watching the Love Boat on TV.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good one. We love that. Yes.
Yeah.
I really want to go on a princess ship someday.
Most of the time on the Love Boat show, they did on stage where they make the mock of the Pacific Princess, and but then you could tell when they were on location when it didn't look so fake.
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of real footage from the ship and things like that, especially when you see it sailing by and all of that. That was all real.
They did have some actual cruises that they were actually on.
They filmed. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the other cruises you're interested in?
Well, very, very excited about the new Carnival Mardi Gras. Was supposed to come out in 2020, so still waiting for that to come out. But so very exciting. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No. I think Mardi Gras means party.
Yes, it's named after the celebration Mardi Gras that they have down in New Orleans and across the United States, different places. But do you like Cajun food? Do you like spicy?
I have not tried Cajun
No?
yet, but I want to put it on my bucket list.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And I had some real Cajun food down in New Orleans when we went, and it was very spicy. It'll bring make your eyes water. But it was good. I had some really authentic gumbo down there that was just amazing. And then that was the first time we went. We went I think when my son was, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, something like that. So it's been a long time. We went down there just on a drive because we stayed down in Biloxi and all that. And we just drove over to New Orleans and just kind of toured around. But then we did a cruise out of there. We did a group cruise on the Carnival. I think it was the Breeze that we went out of there. That was one of my favorite ships. No, take that back. I'm getting all my ports mixed up. I think that was the Elation that we went out of New Orleans. And just, if you've never sailed out of New Orleans, it is so, so cool because there is like a bridge right here. Okay. Envision this huge bridge and this huge ship, right?
Right.
And you're parked up next to this bridge and you're like, well, we can't go that way. I know we can't go that way because this ship is not going to fit under that bridge, right?
Right.
Well, then I thought, well, then the ship will just take off this way, right? And it goes down the Mississippi. And you're actually on the Mississippi River for a long time before you ever get out to the ocean. It takes like, I want to say 2 hours or more to actually get to the ocean. You're actually going down the Mississippi, which is really cool because the Mississippi is just right out my door that way.
It actually starts kind of north of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and goes right between the Twin Cities, and then
all the way down. And so living on the Mississippi River my whole life, that was really, really, really cool to be able to sail down the Mississippi River out of New Orleans. But the coolest part of it was, okay, so here's the bridge. Here's the ship. They didn't just like take off this way. They turned the ship around like on a dime, just whoop, like that, and took off. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Turning a cruise ship around in the middle of the Mississippi River like that, just turned it around on a dime and took off.
Jeffrey Resendez has a question. Have you ever been on a NCL cruise line?
No, I have not. So that's, one of my bucket list things is to maybe try, several different cruise lines. But so far we've just done 2. Okay, Scott's saying, Buck's my husband. Buck's Outdoors. He's saying 100 miles. It goes 100 miles down the Mississippi River before it gets to the ocean. So that was super, super cool.
Yeah. They do have little boats called tugboats that can help turn ships around.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. They just turned it around and took off the other way.
It's just like when they launched the Titanic, they used tugboats to take it out of port.
Yep. A lot of them do that. There's Blaine.
Hey, Blaine.
Hey, Blaine.
I'll have Blaine coming up in a future show.
Awesome. Yeah, everybody wants to get Blaine on their show, right?
Right. But next week I'll have a foursome, me with Hitchhiking Bones and Danny Griswold.
Oh, that'll be fun. But yeah, before we went on Royal Caribbean, I guess my favorite ship would have been the Carnival Breeze. We really, really loved the Breeze. It was a more of a Caribbean vibe, and when you walk down the hallways, it looks like a cabana, like the doors are like the wooden slat. It's not real, but it's a picture of like the wooden slats and the greenery, and the palm trees, and they're playing the Caribbean music out on the deck and everything, and I just absolutely loved it. So we really, really enjoy Carnival. There's so many things on there to enjoy. My husband liked the food better on Carnival
Yeah.
than on Royal Caribbean. I liked Royal Caribbean's breakfast better. So they had an awesome breakfast buffet. But Carnival has an awesome brunch, like a sea day brunch. Oh, and he ordered steak and eggs, and it's like the best steak you've ever had in your life. And here it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, you know?
Yeah. There's one of the cruise line has a cruise that goes from the port of Los Angeles up to Alaska that they may stop at the Puget Sound just outside the Puget Sound at Washington State, so people in Seattle area can be able to catch the cruise.
Well, there's most of the cruises that I book for my clients go out of Seattle, but they do have some that and like the Panorama and some of those were scheduled to go out of like San Diego and San Francisco area, and they'll go up, but they don't stop in Washington though. When they go up, they just go up to Alaska, and then they always have to stop in Canada before coming back to the US. And so that's why we're kind of stuck this year with no Alaska sailings unless they make some other kind of rules, because Canada X'd out any cruise ships coming in there this year. So
Yeah.
so they're trying to find some way around that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but
Yeah.
that's another thing on my bucket list is an Alaskan cruise for sure.
Yeah. I would probably be lucky enough if in my lifetime I take a Disney cruise.
Oh, I know. I want to go to Castaway Cay so bad. It sounds so amazing. And, people are talking about like how expensive it is, but to me, it's no more expensive than going to the parks.
Yeah.
It's just all in what you budget for and that sort of thing. But the one that we had booked, I think it was a 3 or 4 day, to, Castaway Cay and all of that. And I didn't think it was too bad at all on the price. But you just have to shop around, and, you can always contact me on my website, awesomesunsets.com, and I can always, do some research for you and kind of see when's the, best time to go, or, something that's going to fit your budget.
Hey, Disney Up Boiler Up's going to have a good time in 2 weeks at Disney.
Awesome. Yeah, we're really wanting to go back. We had so much fun at Star Wars Land, and my husband's a big Star Wars fan, so that was really, really cool for us.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to have the Star Wars and Marvel and all that to come back to Disney Cruise Lines in 2022. So get your see some Marvel characters and Star Wars characters on a Disney cruise ship. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Disney does have on their cruise line Mickey Mouse, known as Captain Mickey.
Yes, and then Minnie's got her Captain Minnie too now. So
yeah.
Yep.
And some people that has never been on a cruise don't know what a cruise director does and what the yeoman purser is.
Yeah,
a yeoman purser is kind of like a hotel manager on the ship.
The hotel manager. Okay, yeah. The cruise directors used to, you really didn't see them very much or anything, and like you would just hear them over the loudspeaker, and they would give you, information and things like that. But especially on Carnival, their cruise directors are very hands-on. They're seen all throughout the day. They host dance parties all throughout the day and the evening, and it's so much fun. And we did the group for St. Jude, and so that I love group for St. Jude because on every sailing, on every Carnival sailing, they raise money for St. Jude. And so you can buy like a t-shirt and a hat, or you can get like a Build-A-Bear type thing too, and all that kind of stuff. And all the money goes to St. Jude. And it's so much fun. And then they have like these dance parties out on the deck, and they call it Group for St. Jude. And it's just a big dance party, and you just have a lot of fun. And we absolutely love them.
My cousin just said, just give me sun and sail and I'll be good to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we were talking about, because they were talking about cruises to nowhere, you know, with the world being all sideways now and everything. And they were like, would you take a cruise to nowhere? And I was like, heck yeah. It's like, just give me a ship, and just, I don't care if you just sail around in circles, you know, just, it would be so much fun to be, you know, just back on the ship. And like I said, you just can't beat the fresh sea air and the sunshine, and it's so relaxing.
Right. But some people, if they haven't been on a cruise before, they might want to get themselves a motion sickness pill, just in case, because otherwise, if they have to get it at the ship's doctor, there will be an extra charge.
Yeah, I take both kinds of Dramamine. I take the sleepy kind of Dramamine at night, and then I take the less drowsy during the day. But even without that, I mean, you just sleep so sound on a cruise ship. It almost just like it rocks you to sleep or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But especially Carnival, their bedding was so comfortable. Their pillows and everything was so comfortable. Royal was just a little bit less comfortable, I thought. Than I think Carnival won out on that contest. But yeah, their bedding is so comfortable, and you sleep so sound. And I think it's just the fresh sea air and everything. It just clears your mind and makes you sleep so good. And I don't know, it doesn't, you know, like I have a lot of problems with my allergies and stuff. I have no problem with allergies or anything while I'm on a ship. So it's incredible.
The cruise ships, the captains, since the ships are now so big now, the captain's bridge is so high up that they don't need a crow's nest anymore, like the Titanic had.
Yeah. And if you get a cabin just right on the side there, then you can look up into the bridge and see the captains and everything up there. So it's super, super cool.
Yeah. And Disney's cruise ships, they do have the water slides that does kind of go out over the ocean.
Yes. And we saw them when we were, I think it was in the Bahamas the first time we saw them. And yeah, and it's clear when it comes out, and it kind of loops out over the side of the ship. And you can see them going swoosh, you know, as they go by. And so it was a lot of fun to see them. And you could just hear them just giggling and laughing and having so much fun.
Yeah, that tubing is kind of like a real strong plexiglass, kind of like as strong as 10 Kevlar jackets.
Yeah, you know that's got to be some strong, strong stuff. There's Scott Peters.
That's my cousin's husband. Hey, Scott.
Oh, welcome.
We were talking about cruises this first half hour.
Yeah, and then the new Mardi Gras has the very first roller coaster at sea. Did you see that?
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's called the Bolt, and there's 2 people can fit in it. And evidently they have a couple of different speeds, like they have a slower speed and they have a faster speed, but it goes up to 40 miles an hour around the top of the ship. Imagine. Oh, you'd think you were back at Disney World on Slinky Dog or something.
You know, those ships do have heated pools on them.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, on Royal, on the Oasis of the Seas, I really loved how they have their pools, because they had like kind of like one on each side, so it had like dual pools, you know.
Yeah.
And so I saw it, because they give you an itinerary, you know, of all the activities during the day. And I saw on there that they had water aerobics. And I thought, oh, that would be so cool. But it was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was a little concerned, you know, about the pool being cold at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it was perfect water temperature. So I had my big breakfast. You know, they have a huge breakfast. They have a pile of bacon, Keith, that's as big as my head. I mean, just like all the trimmings, you know, bacon, eggs, whatever you want. And then they had a fruit bar like I have never seen. They had like every kind of fruit that you could ever imagine, all diced up and everything for you there. And so I hit the breakfast bar and then went and just did my water aerobics, and it was so nice. I had so much fun.
And Disney has a kind of like a kids club for the kids to have some nighttime entertainment before that they have to hit the sack.
Yeah, they all of the ships really have really good kids clubs. And you know, of course, Disney's top notch. Carnival has the Cat in the Hat, and they have like a Cat in the Hat breakfast and everything. And my niece took my great niece to that, and they had such a good time at the Cat in the Hat breakfast. But yeah, Disney, what's really cool about them too is their dining. It's almost like specialty dining every night, but it's included. But you go to, there's like three, I think, different ones, and you rotate. And like your waiter goes with you. So your waiter, you know, he knows your name, he knows what you like to eat and what you like to drink and all of that. And it's like a 5-star, 6-star restaurant or something like that. You know, it's just beyond basic. You know, it's way beyond, you know, it's like very upscale. They have like where the projections on your plates, you know, dance. They have where the characters come and talk to you in the wall there, you know. I don't know. Have you ever seen Turtle Talk with Crush? Where was that at?
Hey, Carol Karki.
Oh, hi, Karki. Welcome. It's kind of like the Turtle Talk with Crush, you know, where, you know, the cartoon characters, they're talking to you and carrying on a conversation. It's not like a recorded thing. So it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had several clients that have went. I've sent on Disney cruises. They all come back and say, "When's the next time I can go?" You know, they absolutely loved it. And like I said, on the Oasis of the Seas, their shows that was worth the price of admission right there. They had this one show. Well, like I said, the diving show is just incredible. They're like 50 feet up in the air, diving in this little bitty pool on the back of the ship, you know, while you're sailing across the ocean. It's incredible. But they had this other show where, what was it called? Fly. Now I forgot it. But Up and Away. That's what it was called. Where, you know, like we were in the top row, and you know, there's like the bottom, you know, floor down here, and then we were up in the second tier, And he like flew from the stage. He's like holding an umbrella. It looks like he's doing like a Mary Poppins type thing, and comes up right next to me and flies all the way up here on the second deck. And I mean, it was just incredible. They had the guys hanging from the ceiling with the ribbons. You know, have you ever seen them do that? Where they, it's like a, it's like the
Kind of like a Soleil.
it was almost like a Cirque du Soleil show, yeah. And they, you know, would curl themselves up in the ribbons, you know, and stuff. And I mean, it was like, I don't know, it was like Olympic style, you know, Olympic.
And one thing I forgot to do is kind of show
Oh, that's me.
Sherry's Awesome Sunsets channel. Would one of my mods put the her URL in?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I tell you what, my channel has just taken off. When we went with my grandbabies in 2018, I was able to, that's how I started my channel, actually. I posted some videos on there from the festival's fantasy parade. And they were the vertical videos, because I didn't even have a channel back then. I didn't know that you were supposed to do them, you know, horizontal filming. And so I had those vertical videos and I put them on there, and they're really short, you know, like 30, 40 seconds. And so now YouTube came out with the hashtag shorts, you know, kind of in an answer to TikTok, you know, and trying to compete with them. And so they must have used my video as like an example or whatever of the shorts, and they pushed it out there. It has over 1 million views.
Yeah, it's already the bottom of the hour. So we can now switch topics to the theme parks in Branson.
Yes, yes. So, but that video, like I said, was of the festival fantasy parade. It was of the dragon, and and right after that is when it caught on fire. Do you remember that? Yeah, the dragon caught on fire, so they weren't even so like right after that, like nobody got to see the dragon for the longest time because it was out of commission, is because it had caught on fire. And so then when everything, you know, when the world went sideways and all that, they did bring the dragon back a little bit before the pandemic, and they brought it back. I guess it was probably the fall of 2019, and they did the Halloween, what is it? The Halloween party. And they actually had the Maleficent dragon, you know, like coming down Main Street as part of the Halloween celebration and everything. So, but they had it back in the Festival Fantasy Parade, I think, just a little bit before the pandemic. Well, now the pandemic happened and everything, and they're not doing parades anymore. So
they're down to cavalcades.
Yeah, they're doing the cavalcades. So nobody even can see the dragon anymore. So it's really, really cool that, you know, that's the video that took off on my channel. So, and like I say, it's sentimental to me because I was there with my grandbabies, and a couple of the videos have gone almost viral. They're like 50, 60,000, 30,000 views, all on my Festival Fantasy Parade shorts that I have on there. And like you can even hear my grandbabies talking in the background, you know, some of them, yeah. And what was really cool is we were sitting there, and the youngest one, she was only 3 at the time, and it was her birthday, right around her birthday, you know, and we were celebrating her birthday there at Disney World. And so she had her happy birthday button on, and it was the cutest thing in the world. You'll have to go on there and look at it. It's the one with Beauty and the Beast. You can see Beauty and the Beast on the front of it, but if you watch it, it shows where Anna and Elsa from Frozen come on right behind that float.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Anna and Anna, I have to say it right. Anna and Elsa was her favorite. Like she was this huge Frozen fan. And they actually wished her happy birthday from the float in the Festival
Oh,
Fantasy Parade. Yeah. And they pointed at her, and Anna goes, "Happy birthday," like that. And I mean, we just, just melted. It was fantastic. That was the coolest trip. Then the oldest one, she was 5 at the time. She lost her first tooth while we were there in Magic Kingdom.
yeah. When we go, we're going to get our first visit button
Mhm.
and birthday button. My
Yeah.
birthday button.
Yes, you'll have to get your birthday button and wear it everywhere because you'll get happy birthdays from all the cast members and everybody going by. It's so much fun.
And since I'll be celebrating my 60th that whole trip,
Yes.
when we go to Universal, I'll have to get a first visit and a birthday button there too.
Yes, I've never been to Universal, so.
We're going to get the Harry Potter package.
Oh yeah. So what
Yeah,
does that
that includes one free breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron in Diagon Alley and one free breakfast at the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade.
Wow, that looks fantastic. Uh, do you watch Jen from Earsom Emporium?
Who's that?
Jen from Earsom Emporium. She streams from the parks 4 or 5 days a week. And she goes to Universal a lot. And so I saw her showing the dragon the other day, the Universal dragon. It also breathes fire and stuff out there. So
I was going to show my cousin Charlene
yes,
the elder one.
that is so, so cool. And now when you go to the park, you can use that in the little windows and
it's not an interactive.
It's not the interactive. Okay.
Right. The interactive would have a little glass tip to it.
It has a little glass tip. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. They move it and it makes the things in the window move and stuff. So
yeah. And so would a lighted one would have a glass tip. What looks like a glass tip, but it's actually a LED.
Oh wow.
So it'll be kind of like a white LED that you can like say Loomis and hit the button to turn it on, and then to shut it off. When you hit the button again to shut it off, you say Knox.
Oh, see, I don't even know all that stuff.
And Wingardium Leviosa is the levitation enchantment, and Alohomora is to unlock a lock where you forgot the key.
Oh, hey, that could come in handy sometime.
And
yeah, there's a link to my short, and yeah, it's like I don't know 1.3 million or something now. Pretty crazy. So basically, I just won the YouTube lottery, is what I said. So YouTube was pushing it out, I guess, whenever they started. And the funny thing is I almost took those videos down because everybody said, not supposed to put the vertical videos on your channel. And I thought, well, that's just something to start my channel with. And I put it on there, and they were sentimental to me. So.
However, there is a way to make the shorts like YouTube specify from a regular one. I would recommend VSDC video editor. It's a free editor, and to kind of like convert to
yeah, you have to convert it to a 9:16.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of that well if Instagram, for example, will have that
Yeah.
so and
Mhm.
TikTok is what I'm
And
thinking
TikTok.
is
Yeah. 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 So, Jeffrey, to answer your question, you can go to my website, awesomesunsets.com, and just click on the contact us button there. And you can send me an email like that. Yeah. Let's see. I use KindMaster. It does cost, but it's not very much. I think it's $25 a year, something like that, and that's what I use to edit my videos on my phone.
yeah.
So, yeah, I've got the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and so that's what I'm using. And I don't have a. See, now I'm losing all my words. I got to get one of those. Help me to balance out your camera.
A gimbal.
Yes, a gimbal.
But here's what I'm using. It's a let me take this off. That's to my like a GoPro like.
That's your GoPro.
Well well I don't have a GoPro, but it looks like a GoPro.
Yeah.
But this is a tabletop tripod
Yeah,
and
I think I had one of those too.
a cell phone adapter
Oh,
for
okay.
any tripods.
On there like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to order a special one, or I think I got it at Best Buy. But I got one, but it's not a gimbal. It's just like you said, it like a tripod type thing. And I used that. That's what I used in Branson. You wanted to talk a little bit about Branson.
yeah. They got amazing places like the wooden go kart track,
Yeah.
whitewater water park, and helicopter tours.
Yeah, we just this past year in 2020 got our annual pass for Silver City. It was like the first year. I've always wanted to do annual pass for Silver City, and they have a deal where you pay monthly, and it's really really cheap. And so I thought, well, let's do that. Well, then the pandemic happened, but now so we got to go twice last year. I didn't get to ride the new ride. Did you see the new, like a thunder? It was like the thunder ride at Silver City, but it's a water ride, and it's the tallest water ride in North America. It like takes you up this elevator and then you slide down, like that.
Yeah,
And so I can't wait to ride it. And we haven't got to ride it yet, but we're planning on going in May. They have the Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival down there in May. So we're hoping to go down there and ride it. But they extended our passes to June since, since everything was kind of, closed down and stuff last year for quite a while. So,
and I do recommend the helicopter tour. There's a 5 mile and a 10 mile, and I think the third one might be a 20 miles out.
Ooh, it's so beautiful around that area. If you take a drive just south of Branson there and go up to the airport, it's just gorgeous. They've got a little tiny airport out there, but it's just the drive is just gorgeous, and in the summertime when all the, everything's bloomed and pretty, it's all green and lots of trees and forest, and it's gorgeous.
But then it depends on how busy the main strip is. You can walk 2 blocks faster than you can drive the 2 blocks.
Yeah, sometimes we call it the parking lot 76 sometimes, but they have lots of routes that go around. They have the yellow route, the blue route, the red route. So, make sure if you go to Branson, make sure you get a map, and it'll show you all the different routes, where you can go around the traffic and everything. But I love the new Branson Landing down there, and they have the water show, like the Waltzing Waters used to have. And so it's just like the dancing fountains to the water, or to the music and everything. It's so much fun. And it's really good family entertainment. They have, lots of live shows that you can go see. And so they have the Dolly Parton Stampede, where you can go and get the best meal you've ever had in your life, and watch the Stampede show. The Christmas one is really cool too. They have this stage that comes down from the ceiling, and they're ice skating on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Are you familiar with Barry Williams?
Mhm.
He used to have a show down there. He's best known as Greg Brady on the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch, absolutely. I was a huge Brady Bunch fan. My dog, my first little puppy, was named Brady.
And now let's talk about the parks, the two main parks in Orlando, Walt
Mhm.
Disney World and Universal.
Mhm. Yeah, well, the 50th anniversary is coming up, really soon, of Walt Disney World. So they're planning on some really, really cool celebrations. They repainted the Cinderella's castle, and they have like this iridescent, purplish, bluish sheen to it now. And then they've got the rose gold in the middle. And so Disney just announced what they're going to be coming out with is it's going to have like gold ribbons, almost like, going to be twirled around it, and then have a big 50th symbol in the middle of it. So it's going to start October 1st, which is the actual 50th anniversary, but it's going to be going on for 18 months after that too.
So right into 2023.
Yeah. So it's going to be fantastic. So, if you can at all get down there, either later this year or next year, get your picture taken in front of the 50th anniversary castle. They're also going to have some really, really cool iridescent lights at Epcot on the Epcot ball and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah. And then they've got the new, fountain there, which is just gorgeous. And then they're going to have things also, at Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom as well. So each park's going to have their own 50th celebration. They're not talking fireworks at this point, but they're getting Harmonious ready in Epcot. I really believe that's going to be the first one to get the nighttime fireworks back, because it's so spread out, and that they've got the huge lake there in the middle, so
Right.
and just spread out and safely be able to watch the fireworks. So I know they've done some testing on that, and they've done some testing in Magic Kingdom as well. Well, they did a little bit of fireworks, not really fireworks, but little bursts on the Christmas one.
Yeah.
See that?
I
Yeah.
think it was on the live stream.
Yep. So we love the projections on the castle. That's like our favorite thing, so can't wait for Happily Ever After and Once Upon a Time to come back, because we love the projections. But they're also going to have projections over in Hollywood Studios, on the Hollywood Tower and things like that. So lots of fun things coming up in Disney. Of course, excited about the new Moana theme going on at the Polynesian, and they're redoing that right now, so that's very exciting. They're going to start opening up some more of the hotels and all of that. So yeah, I've got several clients that have booked for this coming up summer and fall, and everybody's so excited to get back out there and get back to vacationing, and get back to, all the fun things that we missed during this pandemic time.
Yeah, in 2022, when I go to celebrate my birthday, well, on the 9th, which would be the day before my birthday, me and my cousin will be flying out of Kansas City International. Hopefully, take a direct flight to Orlando. We'll
Yeah.
be we'll be catching the flight out of KCI at 4 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time.
Oh,
Get to Orlando at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is a 3-hour flight.
that's not bad. Yeah, not bad.
And her daughter, which she would have already moved down there sometime this year, will be our ride to the resort.
Yeah.
And then on my birthday being the first full day, we're going to celebrate with Magic Kingdom, and
Yes.
we're going to have a lunch at Cinderella's Royal Table.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's going to cost about $62.
Yeah.
Just for the lunch.
Yeah. Car Key's asking if you had to choose between Branson and Pigeon Forge Gatlinburg. I love Pigeon Forge Gatlinburg. Actually, we haven't been there in quite a while. So we've been talking about going back, but Branson is like our second home. I used to work down there. We used to live down there. I guess I would choose Branson just because that's kind of like our second home. It's kind of like our vacation home. When we go down there, we're part of a resort down there, so we just go down there, and it's like, just like our weekend getaway spot. But yeah, it's a little bit further to go to Gatlinburg. It's 6 hours to Gatlinburg, where it's just like 3 or 4 hours to Branson. So we definitely want to get back over there, though. I love them both. They both have lots of things to do. Very, very good family fun things to do. $45 on avocado toast. Wow.
The way I figure it, we have to figure like the day to fly down there, and then say like 4 full days at Walt Disney World in the parks, and then a transition day to go to check out of Walt Disney World, and then check into Universal, and then 4 full days at Universal, and then
do another full 4 days over there. Wow.
we're going to get the Harry Potter package.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't been over to Universal yet, but I'm very excited about their new hotels that they just opened up. What is it, Summer Bay or something like that? And yeah, they've got really, really good, and they're economical, very good prices on their hotels over there. Let's see. Have I been to the Bahamas or no, Bermuda? Jeffrey asked. I have not been to Bermuda yet.
I think Universal has the city buses type like Disney does to go between the resort hotels and the parks.
Yeah. I think though on the lower end hotels, the ones that they just opened, I'm not sure if that's included. I think it's an extra charge. So check on that and see, but I think they're available. Now, Disney's going to be discontinuing after 2021. They'll discontinue the Magical Express from the airport.
Yeah, we already know that. Yeah.
But then the Brightline train is supposed to be open around that same time, 22, like toward the end of 22, I think it's supposed to be open, and it'll go directly from the airport to Disney Springs. So I'm really excited about that. I want it to go all the way from Disney to Miami. And that way, if you have a cruise out of Miami, you can just, go to Disney first.
They'll probably work on that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because will eventually make its way to West Palm Beach and to Tampa,
Yep.
Tampa Bay.
Yep. Yeah, that would be so cool if they would make it go to Cocoa Beach first of all, and that's just right outside of Orlando, and take it over to Port Canaveral, because a lot of Disney ships go out of there. Well, all the cruise lines, but that would be so cool to have a train to go from Disney World over to Port Canaveral and then down to the Port of Miami, and then over to the Port of Tampa. Just connect the whole thing by high-speed train. So that would be my dream come true.
You have a good evening, Jeffrey Resendez.
Bye, Jeffrey. Yep, send me an email. Thank you. Karki says we've been to Branson, or we haven't been to Branson. Maybe we should check that out. Yeah. If you're looking for a good, wholesome family place to go, absolutely.
And then, like I say, with the when we do the Universal for my birthday celebration, we're going to have a Harry Potter package, 4 full days. The first 2 days would be just Harry Potter, and then the last 2 will be mixture of Harry Potter and Dr. Seuss and The Simpsons.
And The Simpsons. You know what I want to ride? I want to ride E.T. That was back, when I was growing up. I remember seeing E.T. when it first came out in the movie theater. So I want to ride E.T. We love Cocoa Beach. Yeah. What we usually do is right after our Disney trip, after you walked around the parks, walked your legs off, then we'll go over to Cocoa Beach for a night or two and rest up before we have to go home. And then if we do a cruise, we do it the other way around. We go to Cocoa Beach first and stay before our cruise. So it works out either way.
You know what I noticed on Google Maps is I noticed that Disney World is farther out from Orlando than Universal is.
Yeah. I have to look at the overhead map where it all, but I think it only took us about maybe 20 minutes from the airport to get to Disney World. Something like that. 20, 30 minutes maybe. It's not that far.
And I think I-4 from the airport to Disney World will definitely avoid the turnpike.
Yeah, try to avoid I-4 if you can, for sure. But yeah, if they get those trains in there, that's going to solve a lot of their traffic troubles.
Right. So, yeah.
Did you see what Karki said? My daughters were there this fall, and there was a bear near their hotel. They're at Dollywood, so they didn't see it. Yeah, there are bears, in the mountains of Tennessee, there in the Smoky Mountains for sure.
Yeah. The National Park Service, they said, don't feed a bear because they have a saying, a fed bear is a dead bear.
Oh, really?
They have to kill them.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to be anywhere near a bear.
The safest way to see a bear is when they're in the zoo.
Yeah, exactly. Or on TV.
Right.
Disney Up says, I'm upset about Magical Express. I feel like Disney is losing so much stuff. The magic is slowly fizzling. Yeah. Well, just the fact that they're open at all at this point, I'm happy. I know they're going to have, a lot of restrictions and stuff still this year and stuff like that. And of course, budget cuts are part of, just being able to stay open. So as long as they can stay open, it is a business. Unfortunately, Crystal Caves. He's talking about Crystal Caves, We have a lot of caves around here. We have a lot of there's a lot of caves around Branson too, in Springfield area and stuff like that. E.T. is fun. It took me back to the movies when it first came out. Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, there's a lot to do in Orlando too. They even have the Lego parks down that way.
Yes, and
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, yep. SeaWorld had a fantastic Christmas program this year. I don't know if you guys got to see that. Go to the Earsome Emporium, Jen's channel. She's got all of that kind of stuff on there. And then I saw somebody was streaming from Legoland the other day, and I think that used to be the old like Busch Gardens or something like that, or what was it called? Um, Something Gardens. But anyway, they have the water show. They still have the water ski show and all that there, which is super, super cool.
Hey, can one of my mods put in the link to Earsome channel?
Yeah. I'm a mod for Jen's channel over there at Earsome Emporium. And if you haven't checked her out, she does Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, all of that kind of stuff. And so she really, encompasses the whole Orlando area. So.
And we're running a little over now. Next Sunday, my show would be the foursome with the Hitchhiking Bones and Danny Griswold of Griswold Family Vacay, and maybe he'll have Landon on there too.
Yes. Maybe you'll get some Landon jokes.
Yeah, and this in my Friday afternoons I have my game show where I'm playing my games and chat with the viewers. That's at 2:45 p.m. Eastern time, 1:45 p.m. Central time. And what do you have going on this week, Sherry?
I just changed my time. So, but if you ever forget, I'm on the Live Place. So check out the liveplace.com if you haven't yet. It's kind of like the TV guide of YouTube, but I moved my show now. So now I'm on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So just doing my live shows, and then hopefully, as soon as the weather breaks, then I'll be doing some on location lives. I want to take you guys through the St. Louis area and show you, what all we have to offer here. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, they have the Gateway Arch there.
So many fun things to see here. So.
Yeah. You have any saying for closing the show?
I do. My saying to close the show is, thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed and magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Over to you.
And mine is have a magical evening and a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.